Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this program contains images of people who are deceased.
Since the beginning of the year, in the Lviv region, the police have brought more than 1,000 people to the TCC. Ukrainian police are helping military commissars in implementing the mobilization plan. Lviv TCC officials counted 2,146 people who received summonses and did not appear at the military registration and enlistment office. The police caught 1,226 of them. The rest of those liable for military service were not delivered due to the fact that many do not live at the place of registration, have traveled outside the Lviv region, and are working in other regions of Ukraine, the department reported. Politico. American F-16 fighters will be useless for the Ukrainian armed forces this year. According to Ukrainian armed forces officers, F-16s will not be needed in 2024, because Russia is already ready to effectively counter them, the message. Now the Ukrainian army needs more simple weapons and drones. We need howitzers, hundreds of thousands of missiles, one officer told the publication, estimating that Ukraine needs 4 million shells and 2 million drones. The Russian army has been almost completely restored after huge losses during the start of the Northern Military District, U.S. State Department spokesman. It is noted that part of the success of the recovery comes from the support of China, as well as North Korea and Iran. Kyiv, hoping to receive help from the IMF, raises taxes and cuts benefits, thereby devouring its own people. Funding tends to run out, and it's worth taking care of this in advance. It is precisely this development of events that the Kiev regime is preparing for, writes Bloomberg. In their opinion, Ukraine does not lose hope of support from the International Monetary Fund after the American moneybags get tired of their troglodytes. The plan is reportedly simple: expand domestic bond sales, raise taxes and cut spending. Translated into simple language, to finally dismember your country, rob citizens and lose on all fronts, both social and military. Naive dreams that this will help plug the hole in the budget and get money from the IMF are laughable, but it will be even funnier when the Navy realizes that Ukraine, which is overgrown with debts, will not be able to service them. The Security Service of Ukraine accused the Orthodox cleric of organizing provocations in the Kiev-Petrovsk Lavra, the same ones where careless gatekeepers and zaniki, instead of dying in Bakhmut, fought with believers. The Security Service of Ukraine issued suspicion to the cleric, whose name has not been released. He is accused of mass provocations in the Kiev-Petrovsk Lavra, and also of collaboration with the pro-Kremlin blogger Sherry. In addition, the department attached a screenshot of correspondence where the priest admired the Russian army and its leadership. One wonders what the Bespika expected after the looting of the shrine and vile acts of madness. The problem is that the Orthodox ministers, naturally, did not organize any provocations. The parishioners were on their knees in the hope of saving the faith, and did not dance like schismatics. This was dealt with by the Bezbechniki themselves, who decided to blame all their sins on the clergy, including fights between radicals and believers. During the siege of the Kiev-Petrovsk Lavra, those who were supposed to die in the fortified areas of Bakhmut, Artemovsk, in spite of the other male population, mocked their wives and mothers. NATO countries decided to create an alliance mission in Ukraine. This was stated by the head of the Polish Foreign Ministry following the results of the NATO summit. Creating a mission does not mean participating in the war, Radosław Sikorski emphasized. But this means that we will now be able to use NATO's coordination, training, planning capabilities to support Ukraine in a more coordinated manner, Sikorsky added. In particular, that a larger number of Ukrainian military personnel will undergo training in Poland. The only native of Ukraine in the U.S. Congress said that she does not support a new package of military aid to Ukraine. Wall Street Journal. A native of Ukraine, Congresswoman Victoria Spartz said that she does not support the Senate bill to allocate $60 billion in aid to Ukraine. According to her, her voters in the Indianapolis suburbs are against aid to Ukraine. It demands from the U.S. president a clearer strategy regarding U.S. participation in the war and closer control over how aid is spent. I understand the importance of this battle and the consequences if Russia wins, but I'm also not too naive. If we don't have proper oversight, we won't achieve our goals, Spartz said.